The NFL season is going strong, and DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking up new customers with an offer that's even stronger. Bet $5 on any game this week and score $200 instantly in bonus bets. And DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game this October. That's a lot of Cowboys games for you to gamble on. Get in on the game day greatness. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code VOCH, V-O-C-H, VOCH. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets when you bet $5 on the NFL. Use code VOCH on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the National Football League. The crown is yours. Now listen, man, we've been trying to do this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Things get in the way, and we both busy people. You know what I'm talking about? But we finally getting it going, man. Let me tell you something, man. You know, I like to consider myself an old character. I'm 31 years old. I'm an old man now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't always have the energy to get in these social media fights. I like to follow my guy Will Steele. Shouts out to Will Steele, man. Will Steele be like, yo, Voch, protect your energy, man. But boy, I be seeing Rome on the internets. And boy, you be saying what I be thinking, man. I'm like, get him, Rome. That's how I be feeling, man. Dog.
You having to let him know, man.
You got to. You know.
And you know, I get the whole Rome. We want to just hear, like, stop going back and forth with people. I'll be like, somebody got to do it.
Somebody. I just retire. You know what I mean? I retire from.
You retire though. You put in work. Somebody got to do it.
But dog, these hooligans, man. I just had a fight today, man. You know, on the volume, man. 306, man. And listen, man. It's okay to be critical of your quarterback, but dog, who else gonna do it? Who else is gonna do it, man? And you ride for Dak, man. And you know, just they call us apologists and all that. But I've come to the conclusion that people on the internet are not real people. You know what I mean? So I can come on here. I can be like, hey man, it wasn't Dak. It was like 10% Dak, but it was like scheme. Like, what you want Dak to do? Dak got to find a way to hit CD in triple coverage. You got to figure out how to do. You know what I'm saying? So just I appreciate you for fighting this fight, man. I just appreciate you for being active on social media, and I appreciate you riding for number 4 because there ain't a whole bunch of us.
Got to do it, man. Got to do it. The funniest thing about that the battle for Dak is the fact that people fight both sides of the fence. Mm-hmm. So they'll come out and say, man, the Cowboys really ain't what they think they are, and this player ain't that, and that player ain't this, and this and that. And they be like, man, Dak got all these great players. I don't know what's going on.
You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time with these hooligans, dog. You're wasting your time, man. Anyway, man, got my man Rome from Cowboy Fan Talk, CFT. Y'all check him out, man. He's been doing some fantastic work, man. He's been putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Getting the numbers, man. I don't bring everybody here. You know, I don't work well with others, but you show a ton of love, man. You show a ton of love, and there's no agenda behind it. You know what I mean? So we can chop it up and rap. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate you. No question. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Big fan for a long time. Still a big fan. I'll be in the comments sometimes. I don't even say nothing. I just be listening because your chat is legendary. I'll just say that.
Yeah, something.
But I do want to tell you one thing before we get started, man. And not too far. I got to give you your flowers, man. That this thing of ours you did years ago.
Yeah.
Is one of the reasons why I started YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in general, when you was just talking about finding your voice and being you, I was like, I don't think nobody sound like me. You were the main reason why I picked up a camera. So I appreciate you.
Oh man. Hey, appreciate you. Shouts out to you, man. There's a lot of room for everybody in this thing. You know what I'm saying? There, you know, like there's some guys that work for networks. Nobody's gonna get their job till they quit or till they retire. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Voch doesn't have to retire for CFT to be a thing. We can all live in this thing harmoniously. You know what I'm saying? Voch ain't trying to pull nobody down. If anything, cool. Go rise and go places and give us more, you know, credibility or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So hey, go out there and do your thing, make your waves, and you are making your waves, sir. So please.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Let's get into it, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to trade Dak Prescott for the first overall pick so I can go get Caleb Williams because he can't beat San Francisco. San Fran came out there and beat the hell out of us, man. What happened, Ron?
Man, they beat the brakes off us. That's a fact. And ain't really no excuses. I think, you know me, I'm not X's and O's guy by no means. I'm trying. I'm learning daily. But I know you in the martial arts and stuff like that, right? I was thinking about this. I feel like they did us like, I'm not too familiar, but I'm pretty sure like judo is like when you take somebody's momentum and use it against themselves.
Yes, sir.
and we was just so ready for like a fist fight. We forgot to scheme.
Now hold on, dog.
I don't know what.
Hold on. You're going a little crazy right now. Come on.
I don't know what we was doing. Like we was ready. Like if it was like, all right, Dak, you gonna square up with Brock Purdy. Y'all gonna throw them things. We probably would have won.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we forgot in all week of our preparation, just like this is gonna be a physical battle, and it's an ice tub game and all this action. We was ready for that part.
Yeah.
I really do think mentally we was ready for San Francisco and all of the physicality part. We forgot, you know, they're really, really good at this football thing. We might have to do some scheming, some studying of what they do well, understanding that they know what we do well. They might try to envision our counters. Like, I don't know, like just things like that. It just feel like we threw all out the window and said, we're not going to do no scheme.
Wow.
We're going to line our receivers up across from you, and they're going to just beat you man to man. I was like, you know, that's all we got. And then on defense, it was just sheer. You could tell by the first play when Donald caught that face mask. I said, y'all not playing control.
Sure.
Y'all just playing wild. And after a while, I mean, like I was thinking, it was 14-7 at a point.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been a tipping point. But mentally, they scored again, and the levees broke. Defense got a little tired. They had been out there too long. Offense seemed to be in their head. After that Pollard fumble, not putting it on him.
Yeah.
That really just is literally like we got punched in the gut, not the ball got punched out. That was it. It was just like mentally, we was chasing, we was broken, and they put us in the same mental state that we put New York Giants in. It was just, it was rap.
I had this thought, man, but I just haven't, thought it through long enough to say it publicly. But you said it, so we're just gonna ride with you. If I sound crazy, we sound crazy together. I don't think we handle like emotional, shit very well. You know what I mean? Like, Trey gets hurt and we see JK hop on the social media. Hey man, we gonna ride for Trey. We gonna step for Trey. And you see Micah posting his pictures and all that. Like I'm my brother's keeper and all that. And you go, all right, I go beat the shit out of Arizona. And no, we overrun gaps. We don't play sound football. We rush upfield and they take advantage of that. And we give up, big plays because we lose focus and we don't talk things through in the secondary. And we settle down, go beat the hell out of New England like we know who we are. Mm-hmm. Boy, let's go step. We'll go ride versus the 49ers, boy. We go, and boy, we overshooting gaps, not communicating. Face masking and shit and giving up big play. J-Ron lining up at tight end. Boy.
You can tell like J-Ron was out there for a fight. He lined up in the backfield with them.
He touched Kittle before the snap.
Yeah, like, hey man, I get it. You want to play tight.
He said, I'm about to jam you up, and he leaned over and touched him. You know what I'm saying? And
once Kittle run to the sideline, he like, yo, they're so amped up.
Yeah.
Let's do a double reverse. They ain't paying attention. Or not double reverse, the pitch back play that they ran.
The double flea flicker joint. Yeah.
Yeah, like let's do that because they so amped up.
Mm-hmm.
They just ready to hit us.
Yeah.
They not ready for any schematics.
No.
And we weren't.
Yeah. That's interesting, man.
He couldn't play, man, because whatever Fred Warner is, he's not a human being. So
man, Fred.
You're going to have to deal with that type of stuff. But we should have been in that game better, even with Fred Warner playing out of his mind.
Sure. And then I feel like the coaches got emotionally too involved. You know what I'm saying? They got off of their square, all the things that we saw from this offense that we were excited about, the pick routes, the motion and getting the running backs involved in the passing game and all that and getting the tight ends going. Boy, we didn't see nothing. Every time something worked, we stopped doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. They went one high. It's like, all right, we got a touchdown with Turpin. Boy, that's how you beat one high. Streaking down and fading to Turpin. We never did it again. Jake Ferguson routed up Warner to the right side of the field, ran a little disco or pivot or whip, whatever y'all want to call it, from whatever football school y'all went to. Never went back to him, boy. And it was times where I felt like, because I'm a huge Tyler Smith guy, right? So when Tyler comes back, we finally get moving with Tyler, but we just don't go back to Tyler. And Mike McCarthy starts calling plays scared. Let me ask you this. How long you think is, before we look at Schottenheimer? Because if anything, if Mike McCarthy sees something wrong, he will fix it. He will put pride aside and he will fix it. If they talk about firing you and Dan Quinn's going to take your job, fuck it, we bringing Dan Quinn back and he'll fire his best friends. Now, is Mike McCarthy the dude that's going to look in the face and be like, hey, man, I'm not built to be calling plays right now. I'm not all the way there. Let me just lead this Schottenheimer. Do you think that happens?
I think if they do it, they'll never address it. I think it'll be something that'll be like found out later in the season.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be like me and Brian are going to communicate more, see if he can see some things. Because does Brian sit up top? I don't know. Did he sit up?
I think he's on the sideline. I think so. I think
he's on the sideline. I could just see it being a more so they're going to be communicating more, but I feel like Brian might be going ahead and sending in some plays. I got a question for you though.
Please.
Pertaining to the offense, man. Not actually pertaining to just the offense, but the coaching. You were just mentioned about the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell, like, remember when Mike McCarthy wore that jacket last year to Green Bay? Kind of like a little head nod to like, it's just kind of like a little slight. Dan Quinn showing up in all black. Nope. Mm-mm. Like you can see, like you're not in this right. You're mentally. This is your ex offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
When you were a head coach.
Yeah.
He's shown that he's been out scheming you the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So now you emotional.
Sure.
You emotional too.
Yeah.
So that was a great point to where even the coaches spent all week just being like, I'm going to one up this person instead of just trying to find chinks in the San Francisco armor.
Then if anything, like I'm like, that's why I'm also with Schottenheimer calling plays, man. Schottenheimer's not scared of the 49ers because he's been doing it he's done it twice. He's done it twice a year for however many years or whatever, right? So there's no emotion with him. Like he knows, like if you watch him at his press availability, whatever, he's like, oh yeah, man, San Francisco, hey, they got dudes to do this, and we got some shit to do this. What? I'm a sleeve, goddamn it, I got some shit for him. And Mike McCarthy goes out there, no call, none of that. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. It just feels like it wasn't all the way there. I do have confidence next week that Dallas is gonna, because they can't let it. But then again, is this new emotion? Kellen Moore? Hey man, we got to go step on Kellen. We got to go out there and beat the shit out of them. Is this another?
Know. Dan Quinn and them have to know. I know Kellen's gonna have some wrinkles. Kellen is a smart offensive mind. He's not a strategist though. Sure. He's just, I got plays. I don't know when I'm gonna use them.
Yeah.
But we have to know his tendencies. Apparently, what he's running in I'm about to say San Diego and Los Angeles is similar to the scheme he ran here. Like he didn't make a lot of changes.
Sure.
He just has some stuff that he probably thinks that Herbert can do a little bit better than Dak type of situation. Yeah. But he still looks like he's running option routes and he still looks like he's pass happy. And I think that Dan Quinn, if he gets back to strategy and understanding what weaknesses that Kellen presents, we could take advantage of it. But to your former point before you move on, I think it'll be around the bye week. I don't think that they would try to do it now. I think the bye week we're going to 100% implement some changes, and it's a well-needed bye week.
Yeah. What change? What you think? Like what changes you think need to happen? Like roster wise, whatever, scheme wise, somebody starting, somebody sitting. What you think needs to happen?
Well, we get offensive. I'll start with offense. Because that's not really roster wise. I think that the motion has to be implemented back into the offense. And when I say motion, moving CeeDee Lamb around. Yeah, they got to stop letting the national media get in their mind. CeeDee Lamb's in one. He need to line up out far left and just beat his man.
Quit pouting.
They just. But we saw them understand what it looks like to scheme your guy open versus the Jets. The irony was the Jets, don't they run a similar defensive scheme to San Fran?
Damn the same thing. Yep.
It was super. The emotion was out of it.
Sure.
There was no look. It might have been in it if Aaron was there, but Aaron was gone, so the emotion was out of it. So what happened was, we just went in that game too emotional.
Sure.
So I think that we need to implement some motion. I think we need to stop. I think we should implement more bunch formations. Okay. Because that just seems to be one of the things that gives a lot of people trouble, especially our division rival.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't usually give too many head nods to national media, but they did a whole breakdown on why Philly cannot cover bunch formation. And I don't know why it's like our pride kicks in like, oh, that works versus them.
Right.
But we could do it our way. We don't need to like it's just frustrating. Like
Yeah,
we don't run motion around here.
But we should, because when we do, the shit works. You know what I mean? And I was just watching the Chargers film, man. It was one of these games. I think it was like the Vikings or something like that, man. Man, Keenan Allen had like 20 targets. Yes. Like, bro, why can't CeeDee Lamb get 20 targets? You can't sit up here and tell me, oh, well, they're taking CeeDee Lamb away. Bro, if you don't move him across that formation, if you don't line him up at quarterback, if you don't hand the ball to him, you don't do some quick game stuff.
That play they did with the Jets where he chipped the DN.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. 100%. Like it just easy shit like that. Just quick little and CeeDee Lamb is yak guy, you know. Turpin, they handed the ball off to Turpin. He was yak guy. Brandon Cooks, they handed the ball to him the other way. He's yak guy, right? I don't understand why.
It's just easy enough. We have a quick strike offense. That's one thing we have been doing well lately. Get the ball out quick. Yeah. Although San Fran presented his own issues. My point is, if you know you want to get the ball out quick, make sure you get all of your I ain't gonna call them all divas because I feel like Brandon Cooks is more mature.
Sure.
But you know CeeDee Lamb is like most number ones. He will disengage.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that. You know, he might not throw a temper tantrum like Dez would. Shout out to Dez. I missed that emotion. Sure. But you know, the standing off to the side, no disrespect to CD, that just kind of, I'm like, come on, CD.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be mad and go flip a cool over. Don't
but be mad and go run them over or something. Like do something with your mad. Don't just cross your arms and pout a little bit. That ain't helping you, man.
Well, my point is get him involved early. You know you can get. There has to be plays in this playbook. Okay, first quarter we getting CeeDee Lamb 3 touches. It don't matter how we do it. So he know it's one of them games. Mm-hmm. So when his numbers called later in the game, he running fully because we see when he gets disengaged. Remember in the Arizona game. He went for looking for a flag, and I'm like, come on, CD. Like, I know you got more intensity at the end of your route for that, but it's one of those things where he might. I didn't even know I was gonna get the ball, so I last minute just looked like, it's one of those things, and that's up to Mike McCarthy or Schottenheimer because he's doing the game plans.
Sure, but
they need to understand. Hey, listen, we've been doing a poor job of making sure our receivers and stuff stay engaged because you so concerned. I'm gonna just say it. Voch, they're concerned with Dak and making mistakes.
They shouldn't be.
I think the if there was a lid on this thing, he just threw 3 picks. Let it go. Stop being so scary. If I was Dak, I'm going. If I'm gonna go out, I'm riding. I'm not going out all timid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Dak, hey, just start throwing in the triple coverage because you going out on your sword.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. Stop trying to limit me. Like, what's that put on the cards? What's it called? A governor? Like, stop, let me play my game.
Dak is at least.
I almost said something on Twitter the other day, but I didn't want nobody to freak out. I was like, hey, man, do we miss option routes? Yeah. But I ain't want to say nothing.
Well, I don't know, man. I feel like Dak has proven to you that he can do vertical things with the football. He been doing it for years, right? It's just that when we get we just can't get too aggressive sometimes, right? But that don't mean the shit need to be all slats and all. Because look, towards the end of the game, Dak didn't even get his picks till the second half, right? Till the end of the game.
The game was over.
Right.
I would love to say that, but it just ain't time for context because no one wants to hear.
It's time for look. First of all, Dak was pushing to win the game, and the play calls was still slants. Hell yeah, picks is coming. It ain't like he had diversity. Go ahead.
I seen because that's when CeeDee Lamb was looking like that's when he really got frustrated. Yeah, he's run like this is the context of football. People understand. Yes, CeeDee Lamb is running open. Dak does he need to flip out too, but that's another story for another day. Dak has 2 or 3 people underneath, and they're like, I feel like they've been preaching him all camp. Do not throw down the middle. Don't take advantage of because CeeDee Lamb's right there.
Sure.
And it's like, don't you throw down the middle. Yeah. That was your problem last year. And I'm like, what y'all doing? Anyway.
The problem is we can't watch people take a still image and put it on Twitter and be like, look, he was open. Y'all get that dumbass shit out of here. Because there's a before the still image, then there's an after. And there's a reason whether it's the before, somebody there already, or the after, somebody gonna be there. There was a reason, right? There's a reason why that
folks that got him off his spot.
Sure,
you don't even see him.
Right. So and then look, you can be like, oh, from way up here from the fucking sky cam, he's open. But if Dak returned, like if Dak's quarterback light, you remember Madden 08, 09? If Dak quarterback light is turned this way, you don't even see him.
And not to be funny, that play that I know you know what play I'm talking about, where I was pointing to, that play is the cardinal sin. Now, though he did throw 3 picks, as soon as Dak turns and throws across his body.
Yeah, it's a wrap, dog. Who you think you is, Mac Jones? Nah.
Look, Super Warner's going to jump out because we've seen what he could do.
Yeah, he's so good. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Fred 1 or 2 good, man. Fred 1 or 2 good. It's looking like Micah's gonna be playing some more middle linebackers. We ain't got but 2 linebackers now. We got Marquise Bell and we got Clark, and that's it. Marquise Bell is a dude. I thought he was like listed as a safety, but he playing linebacker. Nope, his ass on the depth chart as linebacker.
He got all the want to in the world, but he 205. I think
he 205.
I think, and that's just an educated guess. He better not be under 200. He just can't.
No,
he just can't. He can have all the want to in the world. If he put on 30 pounds in the off season, we will revisit this. But he should be a situational type player. You can't really throw him in at full linebacker, and we learn.
I want you to riff on these things, right? I want you to just kind of give me your thoughts on these things. Two things. What do you expect from Micah? Playing more linebacker this week versus the Chargers. Also, we know J-Ron and Donovan play like a hybrid type of linebacker. I said this early on the show. I think Donovan is a liability in the passing game. Like if we playing against a team that's going to be pass heavy, like the one that we about to play, and Donovan's hurt anyway. But moving forward, right? I think
Thomas, ain't you?
Yes. I think Donovan is a huge part of our run defense, one of our better run defense. He gets money now, I get it. But I think he's a problem in the passing game. J-Ron little too, and they got him more at linebacker than anything. So I think J-Ron is a liability in general in the passing, whatever. One, I want to get Wanye involved more, right? But then there's Micah Parsons playing linebacker. Just kind of riff on all. I know I gave you 4 things to talk, but riff on all of it. Please.
I can roll through it.
Please.
I'll start with the safety because I wanted to touch on the linebacker stuff and actually ping pong off you with the signing thing.
Sure.
Safety wise, I feel like Thomas has the attributes to be like a safety that can play one single high.
Mm-hmm.
He has like some Hufunga traits to me, not necessarily exact, but I feel like that boy know how to play side to side. He play fast. I feel like he can cover side to side until proven otherwise. The problem with this is Dallas politics. Yeah. They just paid 2 of them dudes and they do not care.
And Wanye making $38 and they just gonna pay. They just gonna run the dude that's getting paid. Yeah.
Now you would think in essence that Stephen Jones would like that because he's like,
cheap.
I can roll with that, but he don't. And this isn't disrespect to Donovan Wilson. It's just the best players need to play.
Yeah.
Now, you said Dono's nicked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we might get lucky
and just see Wanye.
Yeah, but my thing is when he get back right, it's one of those things where you just gotta play. You gotta do better. It cannot just. I know the Cowboys we are contractually loyal, which doesn't really make sense, but that's just something that we do as a team, and we are very, very big on tenure. If someone outplays, like say for instance, like an LVE, if LVE didn't get nicked up and we had Evans on the roster, I was looking at Evans stuff on the way up here. I'll roll in the linebacker if that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you on your assessment on JK is. I feel like his tenacity is there, his in the box play is there, but in certain plays he's more lanky than heavy. So it's just physicality. You're just going to get moved. It's not want to. He got all the want to in the world, but some stuff you're just not supposed to do.
Sure.
It's like putting a lineman out on a route.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that, Kellen Moore. But anyway, that's from last year.
Conor McGovern, right?
Linebacker wise, I feel like Micah will excel. Micah's just one of those players. He know how to play football.
Sure.
Man, he plays a lot better when he's controlled angry. Mm-hmm. So I feel like Micah is learning life lessons because he's just a real young man.
Sure.
I'm 40 and you early, very, very, very early 30. So it's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot in life is you can study things, you can research things, but then some stuff is just trial and tribulations.
Sure.
Micah learned a lot about like who really rock with you in the league. Like he's building up mental calluses, which is going to be good for him as a leader of our team in the future.
Yeah.
But right now, man, he can play linebacker. I could see he just had the instincts to. He knows when you see it play, like say for instance, like a toss to the right.
Right.
He knows how to get through the muddy traffic and get to the ball carrier.
Right.
He doesn't let blockers get on him square mostly. Like Micah can play linebacker. I think it's just innate for him.
Right.
But his specialty is rushing the passer. It's just it's there. So he can do both, and we can get him to do spot duty for a week and use him in a blitz format. Yeah. I don't think we would want to keep him there because they sit their hand. They want Evans to play. Mm-hmm. And I think, man, when I looked at I knew he was out floating out there. I know he went and tried out for the Eagles or whatever, didn't like whatever they was doing. But at the end of the day, Evans can do what we've been wanting LVE to do.
Yeah, being that bigger dude, physical dude, you know what I'm saying, Rolando McClain dude we've been missing, you know what I'm saying, shedding blocks. Yeah.
Because he hasn't been surrounded by this much talent.
Yeah.
Now, when he did excel in Tennessee, from what I was looking up earlier, he did have the right talent in front of him, and he excelled as far as like D line wise. Mm-hmm. If Hank keep playing like if Hank keep playing like he was playing, and Mozzie comes along slowly, I know we all want him to come along faster, but it is what it is. It's natural maturation. Mm-hmm. I feel like Evans will excel because, like, sometimes you're trying to do too much. Dak Prescott.
Sure.
You know, you get out of your lane and what you're really good at. Mm. You know what I'm saying? When Dak think he Mahomes, we all going down.
Right.
It's not his fault. It's just you shouldn't do that. And if Evans try to go out there and be Roquan Smith, it's not going to look right. But if he goes out there and just does his job that we want him to do, I think he's going to look better than LVE. Sure. That's no disrespect. Sure. But LVE done had like 3 neck injuries at this point. Mm-hmm. And I don't care what nobody say, that makes you tentative, just poking your head into like muddy traffic and just ripping through. Like he sometimes looks like he's like, I want to get in there with my arms, but I don't want nothing to get around my neck.
Sure.
I feel like this injury might retire him, but nobody want to have that conversation because it's mid-season.
True. I even said this about Van Der Esch, you know, him coming out of Boise State, like he's technically supposed to be a will linebacker, don't touch me guy. He just happened to be a little bigger, but he's technically a smaller, don't touch me linebacker, and he's the biggest linebacker we got. You know what I'm saying? He's the biggest dude we got. So I think Micah and Rashawn, you get big at linebacker real fast if Micah, Rashawn, and all of a sudden Clark is your smallest. I mean, because look, Marquise is already undersized, but you know Clark will then be your.
It's night and day.
Yeah. So man, I look at Micah, and you know and this kind of frustrated me about Dan, because Dan will come out and be like, yeah, Micah shouldn't be in one place. Is, you know, Micah's best when he's moving all over the place, and Micah gets a lot of his sacks from the interior. So it bothers me when I watch the game and Micah, one, he's only rushing from 2 places, and 2, even in rundowns, all right, I'm going to get in the 3-point stance and go versus Trent Williams. Micah versus Trent Williams in the run game that's not how you win with Micah. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good, he's super talented, but you don't beat Trent, all-pro Hall of Fame.
Like somebody like, not to cut you off.
Chauncey, put Chauncey in there. Put somebody in.
Somebody that just is more physical.
Yeah.
Like, and just going like, look, I know this about to be a muscle match.
Yeah.
You know, Chauncey can probably hold his own a little bit with Trent. Sure. He's not gonna dominate him, but he's not gonna get thrown around. Micah's just too light.
Mm-hmm. So what I think gonna end up and what it should be, the rest, I don't even want to see Micah go back to full-time edge at all. What it should be is on these rundowns, leave him at linebacker. Let him run behind Hankins and Osa and all the boys and Mize and all, and let Micah run free and be the fastest dude on the field. If you want to blitz him from A-gap where he's already at, fine, take care of your business, because Micah go crazy down there too, dealing with them guards and them centers. And then on these passing downs here or there, when it's a clear passing down, it's at the end of the game, that's when you walk Micah down to these edges and you let him run past these tackles. That's ideal to me. And Dan Quinn way better than me. I'm just some YouTube dude, but it's just something that makes sense to me.
Who was Dan Quinn lost trust in?
Got to be somebody.
Because that's why.
Hold on, Doug. You going crazy. Going crazy. Hold on. Let it play. All right, go ahead.
My fault, man.
Because you just went a little crazy.
You just went a little crazy. I'm used to hearing that joint in the chat. Being like,
it's a little different than you. I know. It's a little different. But you going crazy right now. Please don't let me stop you. Go ahead. Who he don't trust?
Look, Sam Williams had a tweet earlier that he deleted. They were talking about, man, it's Micah at linebacker saying about to get more reps, and I'll try to find it and text it to you. And the thing that he said, I wish, and he deleted it. I'm gonna go find it. So you can't tweet nothing. So
man, we should have got Randy Gregory, dog. We should have went to go get. We should have got one of these other motherfuckers. God damn, but we should have got. Go ahead.
I don't think it's DA. I think DA's like good old company man. I think they got love for Fowler. And I ain't gonna lie, Fowler be balling sometimes. I ain't mad at Fowler.
Sure.
But we should have a good defensive rotation, even when Micah plays linebacker. If you got D-Law, DA, Fowler, Sam Williams, you should feel comfortable and you should be able to be like, oh, Sam, when you out there, you gonna play 20 snaps. Give it your all.
To be fair to Sam, though, right? You talking about losing trust. 1, get the weed and the gun out your car. And 2, when you on the field, do something. What has Sam done? So what's
he just got a good viral slam clip, and that's all.
Sam, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the interview. We just trying to be real right now. You got to respect it, Sam. You just got to respect.
Sam is physically amazing.
Gifted.
I feel like he's fast. He's strong. I feel like he could set the edge probably better than Micah.
Sure.
If you want to just be just off of his skill set, and like you said, it's probably some Cowboys politics. Let's keep it like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Cowboys politics on why he hasn't been getting his reps, because you tip your hand when you say I wish.
Mm.
So it's probably some hand slapping. But at the end of the day, hand slapping over. We 5 games in. We just took one of our worst losses. Everybody need to look themselves in the mirror, even the people that haven't been playing yet, and know your number could be coming.
Yeah.
So Sam, you need to stay engaged, because I say it. I ain't never talked to Sam. We need you.
Mm-hmm.
We know you got the talent. I feel like Sam does have the talent, but if he disengages mentally, as you can see what happens when we're not engaged mentally, we get blown off the earth. We need to stay engaged. Like I heard Fred Warner, I know I brought him up a couple times. He had a little side interview podcast thing. He was talking about that amazing play where he like broke up the mesh concept.
Mm-hmm.
And just hearing how he talks lets me know that they study ball.
He's dialed in. Right.
All day.
He's dialed in.
And I'm like, that's what we need, because we got the physical tools. We need to study ball. Like see, I'm gonna make some enemies. I just want our players to lock. I want to be pointing out people.
You never get in the interview. Sam, I ain't saying I'm trying to get the interview, dog. This is Rome from Cowboy Fan Talk.
Rome tripping. Now I just look.
You ain't lying, though. You ain't lying.
If you know me, anybody know me, I'm Optimus Prime. I'm always I'm glass half full. So I'm not hating on my players like that, because I know that we got. I always preach how much talent we got. I just want to see it married with the tenacity of, if I study this stuff right, I'm gonna be unstoppable, and that's what I'll be seeing. I feel like if a person that's not even an X's and O's guy, or as technical when it comes to ball, can see certain things, that the coaches that get paid well to do this should be able to pass this message on without me having to highlight it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all need to lock in a little bit more.
Sure.
But after this week, you heard what you was there. You heard what Scott said, man. Look, man, y'all need motivation.
Yeah. Boy, Scott be fussing at me, man. But we be on the same point. But
I know y'all cool.
Yeah, we good. But man, it's just like, bro, like Micah. There's no way Micah thought that y'all was friends for real. Like there's no way. But if this turns Micah into a villain, good.
I want somebody to turn Dak into a villain.
I know they've been on. We was talking about this earlier on the volume. If I want this team to capture any type of swag, I remember the Panthers Cam Newton MVP year, right? 15-1. Where they was out there having fun and they was scoring touchdowns. They was giving footballs to the kids in the stands, and everybody was like, they're cocky, they're thugs, and they arrogant. And Cam was like, bitch. And just leaned into, and it's unfortunate that they lost to Peyton and them in the Super Bowl. But boy, I just love the arrogance and the attitude of that team. I don't never want Micah to lose a game like that and trade a jersey with Christian McCaffrey, because we're in the league and this is a brotherhood and a fraternity. Boy, people don't fuck with you. You could be.
I'm gonna say it like this, Micah. You don't have to. You're cut from the cloth, and I don't care. I don't feel like we've ever had a Micah Parsons.
Never.
That dawn like this type of talent, and that's amazing, because we had a DeMarcus Ware. So I'm giving him a little notch just because I've never seen this type of physical attributes in a player. Micah is cut from a cloth. If he locks in, that like the greats are cut from.
Nobody can stop him.
Yo, they'll come get your jersey when you feel like it. Stop worrying about that.
Come on, man.
Because look,
come on, man.
Tom Brady wasn't friendly. At all,
but they respect that motherfucker. Come on, Rome.
Everybody love him now. They just will wait. They'll wait for your respect.
They respect.
You can be.
Man, hold on, Rome. Wait, hold on. Like, you just hold on. You just.
Did you hear what I said?
Man, come on, Rome. You going crazy right now, bro.
I'm just saying, like he don't have to be buddy. You can be a villain. Guess who else was a villain? He breaking legs and everything. Lawrence Taylor, the guy they compare you to. He was mean his whole tenure. Look, when he walked through the Hall of Fame meeting, they probably all, what's up, LT? You want to be my friend now? Like, you don't got to be friendly, Micah. They'll wait. When you retire, they'll be like, yo, man, you was nasty out there, but I always rocked with you, right, Micah? You don't got to do it right now.
You going crazy, man. You
Now he might be just a jovial person, but situations can change a person. I feel like although he tried to keep it chill, that Kittle joint and that the Debo comment. See, we didn't hear the rebuttal to that.
Yeah,
this is how you make a villain.
I think the Debo one was worse because look, the whole shirt is just a shirt. All right, that's propaganda, but you got to look in Debo eyes and Debo not care about you. I think that's just so different, and that's what Scott didn't understand what I was saying, man. Dog, like I'm sure that they take this serious now and they understand it as personal. But Debo looked he looked Kay Adams in the eye and said, "I wish they would." You gotta feel a way different after that. It was
so real. Kay, who was like a diplomatic person, she genuinely got uncomfortable because she got a little myth of what you might get on the field. Because he was like, "You sure you want to see me?" And that's the type of thing that made me like, "Yo, see that them is almost like genuinely fighting words."
Sure,
but you need to just say, "Okay, and this was a funny thing before the season started. When Micah said, "Yo, we going to New York. I'm wearing a black Nike Tech suit, some black ups."
Do that,
right? And he ain't say nothing else. And then when people was asking him, he's like, "I don't want to talk. I'm letting the pads talk." This is before we blew them off the earth. I feel like that early win messed up our whole vibe.
We got comfy
because we look like we
got comfy.
We
them guys, and this just is what it. Yep.
We is coming in the season all business because that's that. If you don't know what a Nike Tech suit, but black Air Force Ones. If you know, you know. So when I saw that tweet, I said, "Oh, he about business," right? And then I saw them about business, like, "Oh my God, 40-0." So let me do that. Yeah. If you want somebody to do that, let me beat the drum. As you said earlier in the episode, I'll do it.
I'll be the whisperer. You know what I'm saying? Like if Michael want me to be like, tell the media I don't fuck with Debo for real. And I can be like, "Hey, a source close to the situation said Micah don't fuck with Debo." I'll do it. I'll be the whisperer. Oh, everything I love.
He said, "Let the pads talk," and I feel like he need to he probably is already doing this. I'm not giving him, you know what I'm saying? I can't help Micah with his greatness. Sure. But he the one that said it in the summer. He said, "I'm going to let the pads talk. I don't want to talk." Yeah. And that's where I think our whole team need to go to. J-Ron had a good response earlier. They was asking about all the, the craziness.
Don't let him score.
It's like, "Yo, if we wanted to keep him from wearing the shirt, we shouldn't have let him get in the end zone."
Love it.
And it's fine. I feel like, but last week, he would have got before that game, after the Patriots game.
Yep.
You might have got a different response from the guys. They're not going to admit it because these is alpha males, but their pride is hurt.
Sure.
But that's fine. Pride comes before the fall. It's okay to be prideful, but you have to let the lessons teach you something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if our team goes back out there just on some like, "All right, well, we're going to go just punish Kellen." If you go out there over emotional, he going to scheme you up too, and we're going to be looking at a 2-game losing streak, and you think the world coming to an end now?
They gonna go crazy. If we lose, if Kellen go out there and have a ridiculous offensive performance, and Herbert go 41 for 42, and we get smoked out there from Kellen, boy, it's gonna be a draft. Draft, man.
You know what I think we should do though?
What's
this
that?
Is what I don't. Well, I know if you where you was going with it, but we need to go back to like playing our game and really just. Because we ain't play our game in San Fran. No. And at the end of the day, like I said, them boys is mentally in our head.
Yeah.
Actually, let me make one point before I go there. If it's fine.
Please.
Like I said, I keep my ear to the streets everywhere. In the Twitter streets, I took a break today. And in the national media streets, because some people be making sense. And whether it's because your show producer said, "Okay, you're the Cowboys protagonist this week, and you're however it ends up being when you on what side you are. Nick Wright been on our side this year because maybe that's what the show producers want. But he made a valid point when he was talking about this on Monday after the game. He said, "Yo, all of this ownership thing for teams is relevant till it's not."
Yeah.
And he put up this whole little screen thing, and they go back and forth. It's for entertainment, so I get the banter.
Yeah.
Because Chris Broussard's cutting them off and stuff. But I try to filter through that and take what I want out of it.
Sure.
And when he showed that the Bucs was owned by the Saints until they won it, when Tom Brady got there, and I'll send you the little screenshot thing of how many times they had beaten them in a row, and they had beaten them 38-3 that year they won the chip, but they beat them in the playoffs. I don't even remember because after that game, that's when I think Breeze and Brady was playing catch with their kids. Like he beat them so bad they got super humble and just became friends.
They got cool. Right. They got cool.
You know,
right. Yeah.
You know, you had the 49ers who had beaten the Rams like 7 times in a row. And then, like, literally, I remember that year before the Rams made their run, they had just beaten them at a last second thing where interception was dropped or something like that. And then the Rams went on their run and won their chip. And then most recently, although they the Bengals had kept beating the Chiefs for some odd reason. It was like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And then they broke through. The only reason I bring this stuff up is it's just something about it's all mentality. You can't keep harping on the past. Them teams went into the next game and wanted to handle their business.
Yeah.
It wasn't about all the previous matchups, and that's what's been beating us. And not to be funny, one little last tidbit. That playoff run was because of the defense. But earlier in that year, the defense was playing like crap. 38-3. Don't look like but they hit their stride.
Yeah.
So the season's over at week 5 thing, man. Cowboys fans, man. Not only did I end up disappointed in the team, I've been disappointed in our fans.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Our fans have just been so, like, I get it. You tired of what we've been going through, but I'm telling you right now, if I'm a player, sometimes you draw strength and energy from your fan base.
Sure.
And if you go online and we ain't gonna win nothing anyway. I'm a proponent on it. I didn't have to just chill off of Twitter because of what I've been seeing. So if it seeps into my mind, I know it seeps into the players' minds. Have some pride about yourself. It's week 6. Like,
but you can't. I mean, there was a reason why when we was in school, we separated ourselves, and some of these people wouldn't be able to sit at our table just because of whoever they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just protect my health, and I just understand that these people aren't real people. And I ain't talking about the bots. I'm talking about the real people that made Twitter accounts. They ain't real people in real life because it's just they just
I'm learning that though.
They ain't real people. They're
new to the game. Well, I can't say new. I'm just 3 going on 4 years, but understanding just the different things with this, content creation thing. You're protecting your mental is important. I'll leave it that.
You'll drive yourself crazy out here trying to talk and respond to all these people. One last thing, man, quickly. What you think happened Sunday? Well, it's Monday versus the Chargers. Monday Night Football versus Chargers. What you think happened?
I kind of touched on it. I think if we get back to playing our game, as far as just playing disciplined football, everyone doing their job, and that should be in process right now.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? What is my job and how can I do it well? And that's just it. And then let because if you make your preparation muscle memory, you can play emotional because you're not going to make a mistake. They're just playing emotional, no preparation.
Sure.
We don't need to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, for lack of better wording, from the national media.
Right.
Dak Prescott, don't say, okay, you can't retrieve those 3 interceptions from last week by going out there and throwing 4 touchdowns this week. It ain't about that. It's about winning. So if we go out there this week and Tony Pollard goes crazy and you throw for 110 yards and we win, all this other stuff won't matter, because if we stack some winning momentum, that will carry us.
Yep.
I'll say this, and then I'll let you close, bro. Last year when we lost Dak Prescott to the hand injury, I made a video. Not that it mattered with the team. I don't even know if they've seen it or nothing like that. It's just my mentality was, look, we need everybody to lift their play just a little bit for us to get through this.
Yeah.
I don't need Cooper Rush to be Dak Prescott. I need him to be the best Cooper Rush.
Sure.
And so on and so forth. And we did. We beat the Bengals. We beat the Rams. We started to build momentum. Now, we ran into a really good team with Philly. I give them that. And we just didn't have enough momentum without our leader to get past them at that moment.
Sure.
My point is, when you have moments like, because as bad as this loss was, I don't know if it feels like when you don't know how long your starting quarterback going to be back. That feeling last year when Dak got hurt, I was mentally like, I don't know what's next. Is the season a wrap? So I don't feel like the season is a wrap. I just feel like our players need to all lift their play. Whatever you do well, do it better. Like, what Hank did. Hank was a visual representation of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hankins played out of his mind. He didn't try to be, he wasn't trying to, I'm sure he was trying to get to the quarterback, but he was like, I might not be able to get to the quarterback, but he's not going to have no passing lanes. I'm getting my hand up. I'm clogging up these run lanes. Like, Hankins played out of his mind, but then he got 3 or 4 players around him playing too emotional.
Right.
If we all lock in like you've seen him play, or D-Law been showing up all year, but no one's gonna give him his credit because he D-Law.
Right.
D-Law and Hank came to play, and the rest of the defense came to be emotional. You know what I'm saying? And I just think
hold on, wait, man. Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
You're a little crazy. You're going a little crazy right now, man. You're going a little crazy.
So I just feel like if we, even on offense and coaching, as you said earlier, because I can't keep leaving the coaches out.
Sure.
They should be ready. We're gonna get CD involved, and once they, I think you said this earlier on the show, and once they get a counter to what we're doing, have your counter to the counter prepared.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna get CD line with these balls and screens and whatever, and motion him and to the slot and everything like that. And once y'all start coming for that, we have something ready for it. We're not gonna be surprised like, oh no, they stopped it. And that's what it looked like in San Fran. Like, they're not letting us do mesh concepts. I don't know.
Now what?
What are we gonna do now?
Now what? Let's run slants and hitches because we can't do shit else. Right, sure.
And I agree with you earlier too. Can we please just run behind our pads? Sure. Stop trying to go on the edge all the time. Because look, if you want to take one play from San Francisco and just highlight it, because I gave Hank and D-Law some credit. Tyler Smith. Come on, man. He threw Fred Warner out the club for real. Come on, man. Like, I saw Fred looked a little like his pride was hurt when he got up. I watched that clip. Come on, man. Like, he ain't used to get thrown like that. And I'm like, that's the emotion I need. Controlled. He not playing like all pro. He an all pro this year. Mm-hmm. You know, that type of emotion, like, just follow his lead. I'm cool with a young leader. I'm cool with him stepping into the leadership role this year. Yeah. Just the way he carrying himself. And he not that, I don't think Tyler Smith got that good off of just pure physicality. Right. He been working. Mm-hmm.
And he's smart. And he's smart.
You heard him when he first when he was a rookie. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Mm-hmm. And now you seeing the visual representation again. Can't even say the word. Sure. Of his work being put in. Because that play, like, there were small little gems in that game, but nobody want to watch it because they so emotional.
Right. Right. I mean, you spitting, man. You spitting, man. Hey, I think we're gonna go out there and beat the shit out of the Chargers, man. But that's just me. I feel like we're gonna whoop everybody till we don't. You know what I'm saying? But everything that we said today, man, I think it's everything that it all makes sense, and it's all rooted in what we see, like just what we seen. This ain't about how we feel or anything like that, man. Micah be a dog at linebacker, man. Mix up all your coverages. Don't be so emotional. Play your run fits and things like that. Don't be afraid to run behind 73 and 70. Like those the best guys in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? Get the ball to you.
I can't wait. Let Tony hit that B gap. That's cool. Yeah, it's okay.
Let Rico hit the B gap. You know what I mean? This is whoever. This it's space.
Open my eyes this year.
Yeah. Hey, man. Got it done.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the hard work that you putting in. You are doing it the right way. Like I said, I don't collaborate with a whole bunch of people because I don't play well with others. You know what I'm saying? But you do things the right way. So shouts out to you, sir. Tell the good people where to find you.
Hey, man, it's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. Find me on Cowboys Fan Talk on YouTube and Cowboys_Fan Talk on Twitter. As Voch said, that's where it goes down. And it'll get back to that. But I feel like we got to earn our right to get back to the, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this business this week. So that's why I'm keeping it like this business.
Y'all hold down for the Doski Woski. Use promo code Voch at DraftKings. You bet $5, you get $200 instantly back in bonus bucks. Appreciate it. Volume.